Welcome back to War Thunder and welcome aboard the German KPz-70, and this 9.0 battle rating wonder weapon, I guess you can say, is fantastic, but also at times very frustrating to play. The gameplay is very fast paced. You need a lot of upgrades in order to be really as effective as, for example, a T-64 in, the head-on engagements. And there is a reason why there are no tank reviews on the Chieftain Mark 10, the KPz-70, and also the T-64, because they have unique armor and gun weapon systems and so forth. And I will discuss this later on. Beautiful execution shot here, and you can see this tank is quick. It's really quick, and this guy absolutely didn't see me, so up until it was too late. And there was a third tank just around about here, and before I could reload in time, yeah, KPz-70 happened. Back of the turret, the usual stuff. This could have been a glorious hyper-aggressive gameplay. Another situation is here explained that has to do with an actual T-64A. So I'm going here on above this ridgeline, and I notice around about now, oh, there is an enemy tank, and it is a T-64. Oh boy, standoff. Smoke up and flee. Run, right? No, we are not French. Oh, all the bad memes. I surprise him by going around the smoke, and before he can turn his turret, blow him up straight through the frontal plate with this fantastic APFSDS shell, which is at times unreliable. Again, this needs a lot of testing, and that probably way before the ammunition rework of Gaijin. Maybe that ammunition rework will not change APFSDS as it kind of plays out around about now, but other ammunition types might change. If anything will happen, I don't know, but it should happen. Another beautiful kill here on a MBT-70. So yeah, I definitely have to learn the tank myself. I just did our first impressions. Since then the tank also changed. It got readjusted, Gaijin found new secret documents. Let's put it that way. Orange, actually called it once, oh look, balance. I say, maybe if there wouldn't be the stock grind. And yes, I'm still, hammering on this. Watch this shot. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. And then I went a bit overconfident, and that MBT-70 that I shot earlier got away with it, and I just misaim here a little bit and actually hit the side of the turret. He takes out my gunner, I pop the smoke, but because I'm on a slope, I can roll downwards. Now this is a bit of a misplay here that I actually begin to repair. I'm not tracked, so let's see how it goes. Yeah, he tries to find me with the machine gun, and there goes the APFSDS shell. So yeah, I'm slowly rolling down. Sadly, however, a little bit of spoiler, the smoke doesn't last long enough. He charges me, and again I do not aim correctly, and he gets a hit into me and burns me down. So yeah, next scene here is this against aircraft. The 20mm gun is an effective anti-aircraft weapon. However, at times it sparks and doesn't do the damage, but often enough it does. And before you can, celebrate the glorious air kill, there is always something in the air, something else, something Russian. Where is he? Where is he? Oh boy, yeah, MiG-17. They received rockets, and now this gameplay here that I wanted to also comment on, which is an outstanding gameplay here. So it's on Advanced to the Rhine, which is basically Cologne, and I'm rushing in hyper aggressively, but I also think this is what the tank is good at, best at, and also to a certain degree requires, especially with multiple tanks involved in a squad, this might be highly effective. You can work around the reload discrepancy or disadvantage that you have compared to the Chieftain Mark 10 or also the T-64A. And I go into my lovely area here, going aside the usual main combat, and I just try to get into this area where the enemy doesn't expect me. So that's the plan. Yeah, the execution usually is a bit you know, you have a plan, most of the time it doesn't survive the contact with the enemy. I don't look behind me, and I actually wanted to see if there is anybody in the spawn, but everybody got destroyed. There is this T-44 122 before he can sling around this turret with an incredible turret rotation speed. I reload in time, aim for the turret and the driver at the same time. A bit of a lag spike here at the same time, but it doesn't really matter, and we got the kill. So now we have to investigate this corner after this first kill, and there is nothing. Okay, quickly let's turn around. We have secured this area, and I should have decapped C, but this might have alerted enemies that went around. So I shot the engine of this MBT-70 and wanted to hide behind the wreck of the T-44 122. However, he bails out. Seems like he didn't buy himself skill in the shape and form of a repair kit. Here is a MX-30 DCA. However, I also have a coaxial 20mm machine gun, which helps a lot. I love it. I just don't love it coaxially on the MX-30 and the B version of it, but also in general as a separate turret, so it's not coaxial. Yeah, it's very useful to blind the enemy, to scare off aircraft, to deal with lightly armored vehicles, to deal with tanks from the side. And I spotted here a T-64A, I guessed, and I'm looking around. Where is he? Where is he? There he is, and he doesn't pay attention. I take the time to aim and make sure that I take him out with an ammo rack. So that is now the 4th kill. Yes, and we move on. So let's investigate the usual zones where something is going around. Moving around on the battlefield, staying on the move, keep the energy up, so to speak, keep the enemy guessing, going wild, distributing on the map and just making ambushes for the enemy. The excellent gun stabilized system helps a lot. However, with the stock ATGM, sorry about this, aiming on the move and firing on the move is not very reliable. I always carry this shell tab with me, but I highly recommend you to use nothing but the APFSDS shell. So we see that C gets captured, another NBT goes in, and or a KPz, and an NBT got destroyed. There is another tank, and that's a hilarious scene here. I literally overshot him and then kill him for my ace. At this point in time, the battle is in full swing, and those are the glorious moments, right? Those are the moments that I love, that I think are great about this tank. Yeah, ATGM, not ATGM, SBA shoots and I take him down, reload the gun. I see that the opponent has fired. It is some sort of Russian tank, aim for the right side, and I miss him. No, he actually got killed while my shell was in the air. How unfortunate. Have to settle for 6 kills? No, that's not good enough. Okay, I'm going around the corner with the gunner's aim, gun sight view, just to make sure that I can kill everything. In certain situations, you know, the gun stabilized system is okay, but you just always swing up and down. If there is a lamppost, if there is a bush or a tree, it just screws over your aim. There are some SBAs shooting. Can you call this spawn camping? I don't know for sure. However, here I fire again with the 20mm, and I actually kill him with the 20mm for my 7th kill. That's nice. So, what I'm going to do right now is to go back to C because it gets captured. and I'm wondering what's going on. So I think the enemies will not expect me from this location. However, there is another SPA, and again I kill him with the 20mm, and I save the shot for this area where I then shoot the M48 pattern. Okay, set him on fire, track him, and kill one of his crew members. And now I'm broadside on, can't move, and there is a T64, no, T62 it seems like, but he also has APFSDS, and he also has a gun stabilized system. And my APFSDS shell bounces and he one-shots me. So that's it for me today. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Stay tuned for an upcoming review of this tank. I need to do a lot of testing with the internal composite armor. Same goes for the T64. So it's a completely new meta. I hope you stay with me for this. I know the tanks are out for what feels like a year or so. I mean, it's more like a few months, but you get the point. A review is overdue. However, again, there were so many excuses to not play high tier, and yeah, I have to definitely train high tier much more. There are so many very well trained you know, tankers out there. There are so many good squads out there that make life very difficult, and I need again a few guys for testing purposes, which promised me that they would be available, but they aren't. Yeah, nevertheless, that's it for me today. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Please give this video a like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other on the battlefields of War Thunder.